have been a formidable predator. And it's not an animal you want to run into in a back alley.
Moreover, raptors look like something terrifying, sent over from testing. Swift, stealthy, with sickle-shaped claws on the back feet, powerful arms, and a chilling reptilian look. But the truth is often stranger and more complex than fiction. Most raptors were relatively small, and recent evidence indicates these dromaeosaurs, or swift reptiles, were actually related to birds and were covered in feathers.
It is a shock. You go from these scaly reptiles to what might, in an instance like Velociraptor, be this really angry chicken.
The angry chicken. It just doesn't have that marquee ring to it, but it does have the ring of truth, because feathers first appeared on dinosaurs. As birds evolved from dinosaurs, feathers became more substantial in order to be useful for flight.
There are very few differences that you could point to between, say, a chicken and a T-Rex. They have very, very similar anatomies, and that's because they have a common ancestor, and that common ancestor is not very far back in their lineage.
This split on the evolutionary tree between the non-avian theropod dinosaurs and their smaller cousins, the raptors, and the first birds, Archaeopteryx, can't be pinpointed in time. But the two groups, one that would never fly and one that would dominate the air, share many physical characteristics, including feathers.
The first sort of feathered dinosaurs that were clearly not birds were found around 1995. These fossils coming out of China that had these really sort of halos of kind of feather fuzz around them, sort of very downy-like feathers. So it's not these asymmetrical, really modern feathers that most people are familiar with on birds.
More recently, Alan Turner made a discovery that extended this downy covering to more flightless theropod dinosaurs, velociraptors, found in Mongolia.
This is the ulna of a velociraptor, so it's one of the lower limb bones on the forelimbs. And I found these bumps, these quill knobs on the back of the ulna, which is where the ligament that attaches the feather embeds itself in the bone. They're actually quite small, so I felt them actually before I saw them.
And these quill knobs can be found on modern birds.
What's interesting about Velociraptor is it's one of the larger of the dromaeosaurs known, and we actually have direct fossil evidence for its feathers. We have good reason to have predicted that these animals would have been feathered because we know their earlier, smaller relatives had feathers.
Beyond cosmetics, these feathers are a further confirmation of the close connection between raptors and birds.
They're not just dinosaurs, but they're actually a particular kind of dinosaur. They're embedded in the tree of life within the group of predatory dinosaurs. They're in fact more closely related to things like Velociraptor than Velociraptor is related to something like Tyrannosaurus.
Though feathers are perhaps the most dramatic connection between raptors and birds, there are many similarities that are not just skin deep.
When you look at a bird today, a lot of what you see is in fact dinosaur and not as much bird as you think. The hollow bones are in fact a theropod feature. Those are around for 210 million years. The wishbone that you see within a bird, that's also a theropod feature, evolved long before flight ever evolved.
All those guys have, for example, a specialized wrist bone called the semicarpal. It does a big sort of flex motion like this, which in a predatory dinosaur is useful for grabbing prey. It is exactly the same.